is the biggest nemesis of terrestrial radio? Who is the biggest pain in the butt of terrestrial radio? Who thought he was bigger than terrestrial radio and went to a cable version of radio, period, and now is going to bring his big nose on TV? Tell me who.
Well, let me see. Does it sound like our old nemesis?
I think so.
I believe it has to be. If you had told me big nose, I would definitely said Howard Stern. So I'm just going to say Howard Stern. Am I correct?
Howard Stern on TV. Yes. America's Got Talent. And why they picked him, I'll never know. I believe they're getting Britney Spears at $1.5 million. Hey, why are we not on America's Got Talent?
Well, let me tell you how that Howard Stern, according to my sources, how it materialized. Howard Stern constantly begged on his show daily to the few listeners and some of the few people in the business. He begged, and pleaded for that American Idol position, judge position. He kept begging and begging and begging. And I think after about a year and a half, they made their changes, but he kept begging, saying, oh, I would have done this, I would have done that. Some NBC executive felt pity for him and say, hey, let me give this guy a try.
Well, it's going to fail like most things he does. He's not a player anymore. He's not the king of all media as he portrayed and boasted about years and years ago. Howard Stern is 10 years out of the limelight, and it'd be very shocking if he comes back into the limelight 10 years later. I don't think it's going to happen. I believe he'll be fired probably the first season.
You know,
not only that, Britney Spears, how did she get in the $50 million contract that this year won?
Well, I mean, I believe it.
How big is Britney?
Yeah, she's big and she has talent. But speaking of that, once again, according to my sources, Howard Stern is going to be on a short leash. Okay, if he says something offensive, if the ratings decline, he will be gone immediately. So all the Howard Stern fans and Howard Stern don't think this is a walk in the park, or this is guaranteed. You are on thin ice here. It's almost on a trial basis. If it works, it works. But it better work, because if not, you do something offensive, you say something stupid, people get turned off by your looks on the TV, the ratings go down, you're off. And that's according to my sources. And speaking...
Your sources are probably correct. I don't see this guy getting past the first year. If he gets past the first year, he's just been out too long. And let's face it, this guy's a 60-year-old guy who doesn't have his thumb on the pulse of America anymore. I see him leaving quite soon. Sorry, Howard fans.
Right, and once again, you could tell he's irrelevant because the Sirius subscribers, he's trying to claim that all came from him. Basically, a lot of that is great marketing by Sirius. You cannot buy, you cannot purchase a new car without getting a year or two of Sirius on a subscription.
Do your sources know how much Howard is being paid for this season?
I believe at this time he's paid the least of the three. Wow. But it's nowhere near $15 million. I'm saying if it's a little bit over $1 million, maybe $1 million to $3 million, that's kind of the range that I kind of got the gist of.